Hi there, Dory here. I want to share with you 7 successful habits that we discussed during the book gathering. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we are doing a book gathering twice a month where we're coming to you live to go over my newest book, Medical Aesthetic Success. We're going over each chapter with each episode. And last week we did the 7 habits. And I wanted to give you a quick little summary about it and also invite you to go to YouTube and watch the entire episode. Now, the exciting part about my new book is it's also available on Audible, because I know a lot of you can't sit down and read. So it is available. Actually, both my last books are the How to Make Millions with Your Medical Spa and the Medical Aesthetic Success are now available on Audible. But I wanted to invite you to come and join us for the book gathering, because it gives us the opportunity to really make the book and all the chapters come to life and allow us to answer any questions that you might have. But in this episode, what we talked about was the 7 habits. And to me, to be successful, it's very important to do a little personal assessment, self-awareness, if you will, to ensure that you are on the right path. Habits sneak in on us, and sometimes they're not all good habits. So you have to really be aware of your behavior and make sure that no bad habits actually come into your life. So the first habit we talked about during the book gathering, or you would read about in my book, is to begin with the end in mind. This is one of the habits from the Highly Effective People, from the late author Stephen Covey. And I love that habit. And actually, I've been practicing that habit for a long time. Like whenever I sit down to write an article or to come up with a new program, I always want to think of what is the end user going to gain out of this? What are the benefits? What are the results? And then reverse engineer the content or whatever it is that I'm working on to make sure that my parts are going to lead to the end result. And that's what he means by begin with the end in mind. And if you stop to really think every time you're about to do something, whether it's a project, a task, a to-do list item, whatever it is, you need to sit down and say, okay, what is the best and the fastest way for me to complete this in order to get this result? By just implementing this one little habit into your life, it will make a big difference for you and your team, as a matter of fact. So teach it also to your team so they're practicing that habit. The second habit was positive communication. You know, sometimes we're so busy doing our thing day in, day out, we don't take the time to truly make sure that we are communicating the right messages to everyone around us, and that those messages are being taken as a positive message. Even if it's a negative message that you want to get across to someone, you need to put a little spin on it to soften it up and make it better. That's a habit that all of us can work on, including yours truly. Because sometimes we're just in such a hurry, things come out, we don't really monitor exactly what we're doing, and just communications can get out of hand. So keep that in mind. The third habit was to be solution focused. That's probably one of my favorite ones too, because it's all about solutions. Life is difficult sometimes. Life throws us lemons. So it's our job to make lemonade out of it. So if we don't stay on track and stay focused and do the things that must be done, then things can get out of hand and we're not going to get the results that we are looking for. The fourth habit is to be productive instead of being busy. And that's very important, because you know how you're talking to someone and you say, how are you? Oh, I'm so busy. And I would love to say to somebody when they ask me, well, how are you? I'm very productive. Big difference between busy and productive. Busy is like you're just putzing around, doing things that are maybe not so important. You're doing the easy stuff instead of focusing on the high priority items. So being busy is not good. Being productive is a person that actually plans and lives by their calendar on what they need to accomplish that day. So make sure that you are productive and not just busy. All right, habit number 5 is to think win-win. This is what Stephen Covey also talks about, but I made it a win-win-win. Because truly, when you're in an industry like ours, you want the client to win because we want to give them the results that they're looking for. We want your team to win and be able to have a nice lifestyle and earn the money that they're worthy of earning. And then you need to win as a business owner so you can keep reinvesting in the business and continue your growth. So those are all very important things as well to get into the habit of doing. So anything that we do during the day, or whether we're doing it during the day at work or at home, if you think about how can everybody benefit from this situation, then we're all going to be a lot better off. And then the 6th habit is to always be professional. So during the book gathering, we were talking about that, because even to this day, it's surprising to me how many people in our industry, and I'm not talking about professional behavior, I'm talking about really all aspects of being professional, and that's your image, how you look, how you present yourself. That's your communication style, how you're actually getting your message across. It's how you interact with people. It's your bedside manners. It's how we make recommendations. All these things are so crucial because people are watching you. And if we're not coming across as professionals, then guess what? They're going to go someplace else. So this is a very, very important habit to practice, to make sure that you always are looking the part, talking the part, and delivering what your clients want. So whether it's being professional in image or being professional in conduct, it's very important to do both and come across as such. All right, and the last habit is to measure your performance daily. I'm always talking about this. And it really surprises me sometimes when I ask. As a matter of fact, I was just doing a high achiever call yesterday, and I asked the team if they knew what the retention rate was. Then I asked them, what is your volume per guest? And only a couple of people out of the team knew that. So that's wrong. You gotta know how you are doing to be able to improve. And that is such an important habit for you to really implement within your daily routine. And it really does become a habit. So at the end of the day, all you have to do is take a look at your numbers. How many clients did I see? How many purchased retail? How many of them upgraded? How many of them enrolled into the VIP program? How many of them gave me reviews? And if we don't monitor that, then it's a problem. We're not going to be able to improve. So I highly recommend implementing that measuring habit so you can continually improve and become more and more successful. So those are the 7 habits. Again, if you don't have a copy of my newest book yet, you can have it complimentary from medicalaestheticssuccess.com. We'll ship you a copy, or you can go on Audible again and get it. And join us for the book gathering. To see the schedule, it's posted on medicalaestheticssuccess.com. So I hope to see you the next time for chapter 3, which is all about how to adapt and innovate and not fight change. So that would be a great chapter for you to come and join us for. So thank you so much for being with us, and until next time, stay inspired.